Good morning, students. This is chapter 8, vector algebra. This is a new chapter for you and also new concept for you. Right? So listen, vector. This is, you know, the algebra. The algebraic expressions, we are using the variables. That is called algebra, but this is called vector algebra. Here we are to vector algebra means we are dealing with the directions and the magnitude and the scalar. So listen, here the first definition is scalars. A scalar is a quantity that is determined by its magnitude. A scalar is a quantity, so some volume or quantity we are having. For example, kilogram, liters, like that. We measured mean that is called scalar value, right? Quantity that is determined by its magnitude, right? And this vector, what is meant by vector? Vector is a quantity that is determined by its both its magnitude and its direction. For example, in a road, the car is going here. The car will be going which direction? The car will be going which direction? So like this direction or this way this car will be going. That is called vector. We have to mention the direction. The car is going on the road in the right direction or north side or south side or east or west. Like that we are mentioning the car. And also scalar means what is the speed of the car, right? In for 40 km per hour, the car will be going in the some direction. Like that we mentioned means that is called vector. Scalar means going. We didn't mention the direction and all. Just we have to mention the quantity. Quantity only we are saying. Quantity plus and the direction. That is magnitude plus direction we mentioned means that is called vector. Right. Vector, how we denote the vector means, listen, this is A, this is B. I draw one line, 2 points we are having, A, B. So I draw A to B only, so we need to show the direction, which direction we need to draw. A to B, we are going from A to B, so direction will be like this. We need to mention this one. So in this initial point or initial vector, I written here vector, that is for point or vector we say. Initial vector or terminal vector. Terminal point or vector, both will meaning will be same. Initial vector or initial point, which one is initial point? So this is starting point means this is initial point. Suppose you are drawing like this, you are drawing one line. This is O means this is origin. So origin is called initial vector. Here A is called initial vector. Here to here only we are traveling. A to B, O to A, 0 to A, O to A, origin. This is origin. From the origin or starting point, that is called initial vector. And the terminal vector. End of the point is what? This is called terminal vector. B is called here terminal vector. Right? So this is A, B vector. How we have to denote this one means A to B only. A to B we written. A to B means I written A. How we write? A to B one line drawn. This is I denoted A B vector, right? A B vector means in top of the A B we have to draw one line and then one arrow mark. Like this we have to write means A B vector. How we have to write means A B vector, right? A B vector only we need to find the given name means no need. This is line of A B. I mentioned A vector small a. This is point. So this line I denoted by A vector or A B vector. This is equal to A vector. Right? So this is the meaning. We have to read what? A to B. That is AB vector. The line of AB is AB vector or A vector. Clear? This is the initial point and the terminal point and then free vector. Free vector, localized vector. Free vector means nothing. In graph, anywhere one point we are drawn. This is called free vector. There is no origin and all. There is no restriction and all. Make one point and draw one line means that is called free vector. That's all. Localized vector means here to here only we need to draw one line means that is called localized vector. We need to specify the point where we need to start. Like this we need to specify the vector. So these are the definitions for vectors. We are having so many definitions. So only one thing. Vector is what? It will be show the magnitude and the direction. Magnitude and direction means that is for example weight or liters or volume or air pressure. What is the given pressure? So suppose here an object we are having means here an object ball we are having here means we have to push the ball. For push the ball, how much of force we have to give to that ball? Right? So force. We need to give the force, and what force you are giving, the ball will be move in which speed it will be moved. So that will be mentioned. That is called magnitude. The ball moving direction is what? Like this or like this or like this. In which direction ball is moving, which speed. Like that we need to calculate mean that is called vector. Magnitude and direction. Right? So we are having the theorems. Right? This is again I am saying this is new concept for you, because now only you are in the 11th standard. 11th standard onwards only we are having the theorems and all. Right? So in 10th standard itself they are giving the some theorems. You read that theorem and written in the paper. That's all. Here nearly 10 to 12 theorems we are having. Right? So clearly watch the class. No need to memorize the theorem. Given question like that we need to draw one diagram. By this using this theorem we will complete the sum. Right? Right. Listen. Two or more vectors are said to be collinear or parallel if they have same line of action or have the lines of action parallel to one another. So here what is the definition will be here means collinear. You are dealing with the collinear or parallel. So define collinear means you have to write these definitions. Two or more vectors are said to be collinear or parallel if they have the same line of action. What is meaning is one line we are having means the point A, B will be there means another point C, D also lie on the same line. These 4 points lie on the same line means that is called collinear or have the line of action parallel to one another. A, B, C is a collinear. This will be lie on the same line or AB is parallel to CD. This are also called collinear. This is the line, same line of action or have the lines of action parallel to one another. Anyway, parallel to one another or lie on the same line, that is called collinear. Right? So in 10th standard you are doing collinear means we need what? We need to prove 0. 0 will come means collinear. Right? So lie on the same line means there is no change, 0 only we are getting. So that is the concept. Where two or more vectors are said to be coplanar. The definition is coplanar. Coplanar. if they lie on the same plane or parallel to same plane. So coplanar is same thing. Two or more vectors. One plane we are having, this is x-axis, y-axis. This is one plane. Right? In this plane, one plane I drawn. So in this plane, they lie on the same plane. The vectors are lie on the same plane, like this, or parallel to the same plane, or lie on the same plane. The points A, this is point A, B, C, D, right? These points are lie on the same plane, right? Here one vector, here one vector, here one vector, like this. The lie on the same plane are parallel to the same plane. That is called coplanar. In a line, the points are lie on the same line. Line means that is called collinear. In the plane, this is called one plane. Like this or like this, you drawn one plane. Like this drawn means in that plane the vectors are passing in the same plane or parallel to the plane. That is called coplanar. Clear? So very important concept, collinear or coplanar. Right? This is also important definition. Two vectors are said to be parallel if A vector, I written, we need to write like this A, put an arrow mark in the top of the A, we have to put the arrow mark, but I written the board like this only, we are writing, right? But I am writing means no need to write this like this. In the examination you have to write what? A, in the top vector you have to put like this arrow mark, right? So A vector, lambda B vector, this is what? Lambda. Lambda is some scalar value. Scalar value means, for example, listen, AB, the line is 5 centimeter. CD, the line is 10 centimeter. AB is parallel to CD or not? AB is parallel to CD or not? Parallel only. So AB or this AB denote A vector, CD denote B vector, right? A vector, B vector. So A vector is parallel to B vector. This is parallel, shortcut, right? A vector is parallel to B vector. Clear? How? But we have to write A vector is parallel to means equal to means B vector, but not equal. Here 5, here 10. So this one I write A vector is 2 times of R. A vector is 2 times of B vector, because this 10 I written 2 into 5, right? 5, 2 into 5, 10 only, 2 times. This CD is 2 times of AB. So A vector equal to 2B vector. See the definition? A vector equal to lambda B vector is given. So A vector, lambda is what? This is scalar value. This is scalar value. How many times? That and all we don't need. What we need? Parallel or perpendicular? Parallel only they are saying. Parallel means scalar value. Some scalar value we are having 2 or 5 or 10. Negative value also will come. Negative value come means lambda greater than 0. They are in the same direction. That is AB going like this means CD also going like this direction. Suppose lambda less than 0, negative value we are getting. Negative sign here we are getting. Suppose that is the parallel only, but the direction will be changed in the opposite direction. That is the given definition. Lambda less than 0, then they are in the opposite direction. That's all. So this is the definition for parallel vectors. So this is very important. A vector equal to lambda b vector. This is one more question, right? Listen. Next heading is position vectors. What is position vector? One vector we draw means O. This is called position vector. O to A, O to B, O to C. Like this we return from the origin one vector is going O to A, that is called position vector. O to B, that is called position vector. O to C. From the origin we are taking the vector that is called position vector. This OA we can denote A vector, OB means B vector, OC means C vector. We will define like this. So already we told AB vector equal to A vector. Like this we will return only A, B vector equal to A vector. So same thing. So OA vector means always we write what? A vector. Right, so listen. This is definition for position vector. Let O be the origin and P be any point. Then the vector of OP is called position vector. Here what they are saying, P, they have mentioned the letter P. This is one origin. From the origin, this is called one position vector. OA one position vector, OP is one position vector. Then the position vector of the point P with respect to the origin means the point of reference. By the origin, what vector we are saying is OA one position vector, OP one position. That is meaning, right? So position vector means the theorem for the theorem. How we write? This is the one formula like that. AB vector means hereafter always AB vector means we can write OB vector minus OA vector. The second letter is what? That one we have to write first and then minus of first letter OA. For listen, BC vector. This one we need to write OC vector minus OB vector. Like this we need to write. Right? So hereafter the capital letter we are having like this means we need to write like this. So how it is possible? Listen. Let the O be the origin and A and B be the 2 points. Then AB vector equal to OB minus OA, where OA and OB are position vectors. This one theorem, two more theorem, proof. OA vector plus AB vector equal to OB vector. What's our OA, AB? Listen. Right? One right angle triangle I drawn. This is origin. From the origin, two vectors. This is OA, OB. Right? OA, OB. So listen. OA vector. You know the Pythagoras theorem? In Pythagoras theorem, this will be A, this will be B. Mean what is this one? A plus B equal only, right? So same thing by the Pythagoras, these two sides we square and take square root means we get the answer. The same thing. See here, OA vector plus AB vector. I add these two sides. These two sides we had means we are getting what? This equal to OB vector. Pythagoras theorem already you know. In 10th standard itself we are having the Pythagoras theorem. Refer that book. Right? This two side is equal to the third side. This two side is equal to the third side. Right? The same thing. OA plus AB vector equal to OB vector. Clear? Right. So, but I want what? I need what? AB vector equal to only. So, AB vector equal to OB is there. This OA I bring that side means minus OA vector. You get the answer? So finally we are getting AB vector equal to OB vector minus OA vector. AB vector equal to OA vector minus OB vector. We get the theorem result, right? So in this theorem, theorem given means like that we need to prove. Clear? So this is on 2 mark theorem. Tomorrow we will take the 5 mark theorem on that. Right? Thank you.